Last year, I lived entirely out of this bag right here for 6 months. In this video, I'm going to reveal what's inside of it and the process I use for packing it. All right, let's dive into packing tips. I get a lot of questions about this. The first thing is that I do not have any specialty items that are for packing. So a lot of people will buy packing cubes or packing squares, and I intentionally don't do this because what I want everything in my bag to be multi-use. So instead of using those supplies, I'll use Ziploc bags. So all my toiletries go into Ziploc bags. All of my electronics and little cables that go with them, all of them go into Ziploc bags. And that's because Ziploc bags are cheap, they're waterproof, and they're multi-purpose. So I very intentionally do this. Now, the next thing I do is I put all the heaviest things at the bottom and the most used things towards the front. Now, here's the thing that you gotta realize when you're packing. Your bag is not gonna always be upright. So you kind of have to guess what's gonna be the bottom. And what I do is I try to imply it by putting the weight at the bottom so that if this bag is gonna fall, that's the side that's gonna hit the ground first. So I very intentionally put all my heaviest things on where I want the bottom to be. So usually that's where the wheels are for my bag. In addition to that, I take the things that are gonna be used the most often, so these are usually my cables for charging things, and I put those towards the front of the bag, and what I have to guess to be the front, usually on the outside, so I can get to those really easy. The best bit of advice I can give to people who want to get better at packing is to not just embrace constraints, but to maximize them. So let me explain what that means. Now what I do is I take that one more step. I get a smaller bag, so it's this carry-on bag that I have, and I limit about a third of the space to pack other bags inside of it. So now I only have 2/3 of the original space, which was pretty small to begin with. So I fill that as much as I can, and then I take this other chunk and I fill it with other bags. I have this rolly bag, which is my main bag, and then inside of that, I have a messenger bag that I use on my day-to-day. It's what I carry my laptop on and just the things I need during the day, plugs and chargers and whatnot. And then I also have a backpack, so when I'm doing hiking and other things that are a little more rigorous, I make sure that those bags are within my bigger bag, and I plan for that from the very beginning. Now, this next little bit of advice might surprise you. So within the 2/3 I have left of the suitcase to actually put my things, I only bring two kinds of items. So I bring my essential toiletries and my essential clothing. So by essential toiletries, I am bringing things like prescriptions, or if you need any kind of specialty items at all, this is where I pack those. For everything else, like extra toothpaste or sunscreen, I generally don't even bring those into a country when I'm traveling. What I'll do is I'll just buy them there, because it's nice to go through and see, and go into the shopping experience and see what it is that normal people, locals, are having to go through to get these everyday items. They're basically available in almost every single country. The second part of this that ties in really well is clothing. So I do not bring swimsuits intentionally. I do not bring hiking boots, big jackets. Instead, I plan on buying them there. Now the idea here is that one, I don't want to have to ship them in and out of the country when I'm traveling. And two, I want to try to support the local economy. So generally speaking, I can find very, very cheap items that will do the job well. It's what locals are normally wearing or locals are normally doing, because they're just normal people trying to get by as well. So I'll buy those kind of things, if it's flip-flops or if it's swimsuit or if it's some kind of jacket, and then I'll use that for my trip. And then if they're still in good shape, I'll intentionally donate them back to that city or to that country that I'm traveling in. So that way you get to give a little bit of money to the economy, which is important. You get to have some value out of it because you've gotten the items and got to use them, and then you give it back so other people within that country can use them as well. Now, the last thing that I always pack is the things that don't matter if they get wrinkled. So this is socks, and this is underwear, and this is like workout shirts and pants. And the idea here is that, well, they need to get packed anyways, so you might as well have them be dual use when they're packing. So you get two primary benefits from packing these last. One, you get to shove them into all the little crevasses between your other things, which means those other things are not gonna be able to move. And two, you can put them into items like your shoes, where it's important to maintain the form of those. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care what my shoes look like, but I do care how they feel. So by putting all of your socks and all of your underwear into your shoes, they keep that normal foot shape, so that when you wear them later, you're not gonna get these weird blisters that you didn't expect or didn't want. Now, I spent a long time trying to figure out exactly what products, what brands are the best. I have listed that here. I don't have enough time in this video, but don't worry, I've already made another video that covers it. That'll be right here by clicking there. Or I have a list of the items so you can check them out on Amazon. I'll link to that here. Also, I'll have both links in the description right below this video so you can click through if you want to be action-oriented, which I highly suggest. Just eliminate having to make these mistakes yourself. I've already gone through and I can tell you the items that I recommend. So again, the links are here and the links are in the description below. That's all the time that I have now. If you have any additional questions, reach out to me. You can ask me questions in the comments below. I'll answer them there. Also, if you want to get more tips like this, consider subscribing to this channel. I try to come out with a video at least once a week covering these kinds of things. So best of luck and happy packing.